Howdy folks, Rebecca Jolly here from Jolly Alchemy, and today we will do a neutrino forecast for Saturday, the 2nd of August, 2025. So, today we have moved, or will be moving, depending on how you look at it, through the juxtaposition cross of retreat. And that's when the underlying support on that cross switches from 24 thinking and 44 situational awareness right there to 1 and 2, both coming out of the G center, 1 out of the top and 2 out of the bottom. 1 being the gate of the most yang gate, very creative, pushing forward, really wanting to get something done as far as being creative, making something, yeah. And 2 being the opposite of that, the most receptive gate in the whole entire chart, or the whole entire body, and the gate itself of manifestation, because it's so magnetic, drawing things in. So the underlying support, so we still are in 3319 as we shift through, but now the underlying support has changed, and that changes the whole energy of it. And at the beginning of that change, we have the cross of retreat, as I said. So this is the people who are really about being in retreat. You know, they're very not retreating people, but they definitely like their privacy and like their space, if that's how you put it, you know, having a space of their own. And I have some examples for this cross of retreat that you might know something about, maybe you don't, but the best ones that I could find were Billy Bob Thornton, he's an actor, and Tom Brady, who was, I don't know him, but reputed to be the finest American quarterback that ever lived. So there are 4-1 retreat people in the second quarter. And then we're moving into, of course, the cross of refinement, as I said, with the fourth line, because it goes from 4-1 into 4-6. So the retreat people are the 4-1s, and then when it goes to 4-6, which it does really, really quickly after a period of just like 4 hours in the day. Then we have the cross of refinement, and the best examples I could find for the ultimate of that were Neil Armstrong and Barack Obama. So, refinement, yeah? I think you would definitely find a lot of agreement around that. No matter what Barack Obama was, he was a figure of great refinement. So, and that leads to this scarf, which is the scarf of refinement. Yes, check this out. It's really, really beautiful. So it's the two layers of the finest silk gauze, and then running between the layers are all these golden threads. Now, I'm a fiber person, so I make fiber, and I know that level of refinement is mind-blowing, something that really has only been possible to create on this planet in, say, the last few decades. So what a beautiful thing that our planet has been able to create here in this refinement scarf. And while I'm at it, the refinement song for today is Dance Me to the End of Love. It's originally by Leonard Cohen, but the version that I think best expresses this feeling is Alana and These Fine Gentlemen, because it's got that little jazz element to it. And I think when it comes to music, jazz is not my favorite kind of music, but my favorite kind of music could definitely be, it's definitely adjacent to jazz, and I definitely recognize that jazz music is music for musicians, because it's just the most highly evolved, the most refined form of music that we have today. Music is a matter of opinion, but there's mine. So, give that a try. Alana and These Fine Gentlemen, Dance Me to the End of Love. And I think that song really fits because the lyrics describe all these refined sentiments. I mean, Leonard Cohen, he's a brilliant lyricist as far as, being evocative and all these images that are very, very refined. See what you think. So, let's jump into it. 33 and 19, line 4. So, 33, line 4 is dignity, the dignified retreat for regeneration. I have this line of this gate in my chart. So, I am the kind of person that when I need to regenerate, I need to be able to say, hey, I need to go and do it, and not in a, oh, fuck you, I'm leaving kind of a way, but it's time for me to be alone. It's time for me to regenerate. It's time for me to heal. It's time for me to do this process, hopefully with some dignity. So, yeah. And we have 19 for the team player who seeks out the company of others. So our fourth lines are always going to be having something to do with the other, because the fourth line is the first line in the hexagram where we begin to have a recognition of the other and come out of that 1, 2, 3 process, which is really very internally focused. Our moon today starts off in 1-6. That's objectivity, the objective assessment of creative value. So 1, again, is one of those underlying energies that we have for the cross. And this, of course, being the 6th line, will be the highest form of that line, where it's gone beyond actually the conscious expression of the line and into just living it, just being it. So someone who is perfectly a line 1 is really living out this objectivity. And line 1 is really about creativity, really making something, and not physically making necessarily, but definitely creating something in the world. So after it's done with that, then the moon, because it's in 1-6, it's really just such a short time, just slightly more than an hour. After that, it will be moving into 43, one of my favorite gates, Gate of Inspiration. There it is, Insight. Yeah. And 43, line 1, I thought I would just give you that. Patience. The patience to provide depth and form to an insight. So we'll be moving through 43. You might find you get insights in your life because the neutrino stream will be supporting insights for all of us on the planet because of this moon energy. And after it's done with 43, it will move into 14, possession in great measure. And when it does that, no, we don't have 2 actually, so it won't make a channel. But possession in great measure does touch the underlying. So the people who were born today during this cross, they will have this channel be defined in their chart between the 2 and the 14, because they'll have that 2 in their unconscious activations. So let's see here, moving on, and then after 14 we have 32, continuity, and that is being able to, there it is right there, from the spleen coming down and connecting with this gate of ambition that I have right there. And that's, of course, also in tomorrow. We'll be talking about 32 tomorrow. Those are our moon energies. Yes, our Mercury still in retrograde, 33-1, which we also saw just a few days ago. Avoidance, when one is in an uncertain position. Today it has an up arrow on it because the Mercury tends to give it a more positive or this kind of a flavor to it, which is the wisdom in a weak position to recognize that retreat and avoidance may be the only choice for survival. Sometimes you really just have to backtrack. So there it is. Our Venus energy today is sensitivity, 15.5. The ability to sense when behavior must be adjusted. So that sort of goes together with the avoidance, I think. And again, these energies are going to be energies that we may not feel so much in ourselves, although you might, but definitely in the people that you meet, the people that you have around. If you have a meeting with somebody or a gathering with somebody, look up their chart if you can and see if you see these energies in their charts. Those will be 1, 6, or throughout the rest of the first gate, or the 43rd or 14th, 33, 15, and 6. Our global energies are stable for today, and our nodes have gone back into retrograde. Okay. Yeah, so the way we're looking at the world is really still staying the same. It's a matter of 22, that moody kind of awareness of moods, and 47, trying to make sense out of confusion. So that, I believe, is all of our details for today. Let me know what you think. Let me know if my transits are helping you, or if you're finding that you are feeling these energies in yourself in the day. I look forward to those comments or questions. And of course, as always, if you want to know more, come on over and see me at jollyalchemy.com. You take care of yourselves until tomorrow. Bye.